Hey, all my crafty friends. I'm coming to you today with probably my last October daily video. Everything from here on out I'll probably save until next year, as I'm just bogging down on a little bit on it, and I need to get started with, my Christmas stuff, as I feel like it's already the 7th. Why do I feel so behind already? I don't know. It's a horrible feeling. Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, so this is going to be 2 days. I believe that this is day 15 and 17 is what it is. I was kind of skipping around trying to fit pages in, and it kind of got a little wonky. I'm actually through day 19 in real life. I am going to get through day 20, and then I'm going to go through and take real good notes and journal real quick, and even maybe do some like planning sheets so that I kind of know what I want to do next year. Put it away for a little bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll even bring it back out in a month or so. I don't know. Or maybe after, like when I'm finishing up December daily and finish up October daily. Who knows? I don't know. All right, so we are going to start here. One day I just sat down, I felt like stamping a little bit, and I knew that this journaling card needed to be done. This is actually going to be the back of that page protector that I randomly threw in my album. And so I needed a 3x4 card. This is just a real quick story about going to Spirit Halloween. Actually, I didn't even put any journaling on this page. Again, like, what is the problem with me and not journaling? I really need to go back and journal at least before I put this project away. I need to get my journaling done. It is what it is, Anyways, that Stanley stamp, I'm telling you, it's working. I don't know. That was probably the best purchase all year, is this Stanley stamp. Used it for so many titles. You're going to see it actually here again in the next title. Just so Halloween. Carrie Bradford knocked it out of the park with that one. So, all right, but I was making my own 3x4 card. Again, you've seen me pull out that Project Life grid 4x6 card. I cut it down and to a 3x4 card, and bam, using my stash, right? I have literally boxes of those grid cards because I used them all the time in my Project Life back in circa 2010 somewhere in there 2009. So I have loads of those, and then just took my Halloween stamps and kind of made a 3x4 card. So I was kind of just playing around. I was kind of just trying to exercise this part of my brain a little bit more, is just like letting it be and kind of like putting these things together like I see other people do, and trying not to think too much about it. So I liked it. It probably could have used a pop of color, but you're going to see where that comes from. So that page protector that I have in my album, I'm on the back of it. It has the 2 3x4 cards, and then the 3x8.25, or I think it's 3.5 by 8.25. And that's what I'm on the back of. So I knew this story, there's not much of a story here. That's probably why I didn't journal. It's just going to pick out my little guy's costume and how much my kids love going in there, and what kid doesn't like, pushing all the buttons, right? So that's literally what this is, and pretty much why I coupled it with the next day, because there wasn't much of a story, and B, this is a pretty quick one. I think this one only took the stamping was the longest part of this, so we threw it in there with another day for you, and to probably end this little series. So I'm pretty proud of myself, though. I mean, I put up 19 videos or something, 18 videos, October daily videos. I didn't get them all done in October, obviously, but I did way better than last year. So we're just gonna take what we learned from October daily and put it into December daily. Except for December daily is way more than October daily. And I think I mentioned in my last one that my album is incredibly thin, honestly. And who knows? Maybe next year I'll be able to, if I stick to this size, if I stick to this 3x4 size and only doing like 1 page per album. I think there was like maybe 2 or 3 days that I did full page spreads. I might just get 2 years in one album, and that I wouldn't be mad at that, to tell you the honest truth. So, all right, just gonna stick those 3x4 cards in there. It's a little tight, I think, if I remember right, these page protectors are a little tight to begin with 3x4 cards. So I'm just going to stick that right in there. And then that one was my oldest. If you remember back to the Halloween stroll, I had a picture of my youngest in a coffin acting like he was dead. And they had one set up at Spirit. And so I was like, hey, get in there and do that. Then I'll have a picture of both of you doing that kind of thing. So, oh, there's the back part of it. Oh, yeah, the football one. That's what the back side of that was. One of those full page spreads that I was talking about, right? So, other than that, I think right now I'm just going to be looking for something to decorate this picture with. I was going to put some embellishments on that bigger one, but I just couldn't find the right embellishment. This one you're going to see, I take a label from Tracy Reed's Haunting Kit. I'm going to go through so many. Look at how much embellishments I have over there, guys. I am horrible. I need to use those. Like, I don't know. I'm just a horrible embellisher. One day, I'm going to get better. I'm going to stop thinking about it too much and just put things down on paper. Like, so anyways, I pull out that yikes, and then I pull out a label that has like 2 bats on it. I cut it in half and cover it right there. I'm going to cut that in half because I didn't have that much room. And then I am going to slap that yikes on there. Yeah, and call it a day, but I think I do try and embellish that big picture, and I just can't get it, guys. I just can't get it. So, all right, let me know down below. We'll talk for a second here. How did you do it in your October daily? It is a-okay if you did not get through it. I think I seen Teresa Moxley announced today that she was putting hers away right at like 20 or 22. I can't remember exactly what one she was at, and she was flying through hers. So she likes to put hers away until next year. And then did Tori say she was going to finish hers? I can't remember. I was watching her bullet journal video today, so I can't remember if it was. I watched another creator say she was about to put hers away too, and call it good for now, and then pick it up later. It is what it is. When you're going to go into that December daily, point, it is important to get some foundation pages going, and that's what I really need to focus on here in the next couple of weeks. It's getting some foundation pages, and I just have a lot going on in the next couple of days, so we need to focus a little bit. So a lot of work to get done so that I can enjoy the holidays. So here I am. I'm trying, guys. See, I'm trying to use these darn circles. That's probably the one thing that I need to go through some inspiration and figure out how to use these darn circles. And I probably need to do a circle page, like where I put them all down. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to write that down. There we go. I just told myself I'm going to get a good picture, and then I'm going to use those as like my edge and put those all down. I think that way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out there. But yeah, I think I end up saying like, yeah, we're going to call it good. I was trying to use those. Well, I must go do something else because we have plenty of more time in this video. Hopefully it's not me just fidgeting around. Oh, that's my pop of color. There we go. I told you that there was going to be a pop of color. I was like, oh, I don't have. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to find a spot for my numbers on that big picture, and then I was just like, you know what? I feel like I need a pop of color over there on that 3x4 card, anyways. So let's bring the orange with these Ellie's Studio numbers, stickers, and letter stickers, and say, yep, that's good. We used a little bit of those, and we're happy. I think I'm still going to sit here and be like, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And I'm going to let you guys watch my whole darn struggle. Now I remember, guys. I'm going to get this sticker set out from Ellie's studio, and it had picking out a costume or something like that. I'm going to use the other side of that label and put that right at the top. Kind of carry that through and call it good. And I'm like, yep, it's perfect. Call it good. We're done. It's over. Oh, actually, I think it's a Halloween tradition. I think there was one that said picking costume, but it was blue. It didn't match. So let's move on. So this one is straight scrap lifted from Ashley Horton, I believe it is. Let me look that up while I see here. I think it's Ashley Horton. So, yep, not going to take credit for this at all. I loved this spread by her and was like straight taking it. I didn't even change too much about it. The only thing I changed, I think, is I didn't use pattern paper. I just used straight orange paper for this. I'm trying to find it right now for you guys. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Actually, it's not. It was from Sherry Forcer. I didn't realize it was on the Carrie Bradford site. Sherry Forcier. I'm guessing it's Forcier. And loved it. Actually, love a lot of her stuff. It's very clean, very white. If you don't follow her, definitely go and check her out. I will put all of her information in the description below. But of course, like I said, using that Stanley stamp. And this was about watching the Haunted Mansion this month. We're about to watch it without my husband, and then started watching it and was like, oh, you know what? We think this one would be a good one to watch with Dad. He loves like the New Orleans type of feel, and that's where it was located. I, again, didn't get the journaling done. I am looking for a stamp. I have a star, like 5-star stamp, because I want everybody to give their review of the movie for the journaling. And I cannot find it. And I didn't look after this too hard. I need to go through my stamps and find it. I know I've used it before. I just cannot find it. And I don't have book reading stamps, so I don't know what stamp set it's going to be on. But I'll find it eventually, and that's what I want. I just fussy cut that title out, as you can see up there. I've pulled out a couple of papers. I was going to go with this bat, but then like the white, it just didn't work. So I'm using some scraps of orange, but this sheet's gone. Like, I mean, you know, if anything, I've used my stash pretty well. Did I use Allie's kit very well? No. No, I did not. I struggled with it again. I don't know why I'm struggling with Allie's kits. I do so well with her like story kits, but like this Halloween kit and the last December daily kit, struggle bus. I don't know why, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get through it. Oh, I did in Photoshop just put Tracy Reed's like, I don't even know what that one's called, but it's off of her October Mood kit. I loved that like word phrase type paper, black and white. I used it many times last year. Still in love with it. Still using it. So it's got many uses over here. Anyways, the one thing that I loved about her pages were all of the stitching. So I stitched a ton on this. I was so proud of myself. The stitching got a little bit wonky on the pocket here coming up, but it's okay. It's October daily. It doesn't need to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect. All right. So that came out of my sewing machine. Then we're going to cut this pocket and then sew that on also. I was nearly eyeballing this and I'm like, oh, hopefully it's good. And then I set it down and I'm like, oh my God, it was perfect. It could have been a little shorter, but the width was absolutely perfect. Then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to stamp on this orange paper, but then I was like, you know what? We don't need to match. We don't need to steal every design out of, every part of it. We don't have to script it exactly. So, and so much of my title was going to be covering this anyway, so I just left it to that plain orange. I also then sewed this right to the page, which was a little scary, because I didn't have anything holding it down. And it came out fine though. It came out good, but the pocket did get a little hairy. Just a little. I kind of went wonky a little bit one time. I'm so glad that I've done quite a bit of sewing though in my October daily, because I think it will allow me to jump right into it for December daily. All right, cutting all my strings off. I think I left like one or two strings, just a little bit. I'm gonna put my title on there. That's Stanley. I tell you, I do lift it just a little bit just to create a little bit more dimension. Then I am going to use my nested dies from Ellie's Studio, the tag dies, to cut. Do I? Yeah, I think I do. To cut. Yes, I do. To cut a tag for this. I sew around the tag also. Oh, I did add a little bat. I forgot that I did that. This bat has actually come in pretty clutch too. I've used this bat several times. It's a nice good size. It's big but not too big, and it's good and solid. I like that. So I am going to fussy cut the bat out and put that in behind. So that's why we popped that up a little bit. I had a little bit of foam tape showing, so I had to cut that out with that X-Acto knife. Clean those stamps. Oh. For all of you scrapbookers that aren't sure or haven't dealt with dies, these are dies and they all usually come pieced together. So you have to use your nips to clip them. So that's what I was doing there. All right, I fussy cut that bat out like I mentioned, using some Barely Arts glue. That didn't want to come out, obviously. Put that down and I'm like, oh shoot, we don't want to glue it to the top of the pocket. We're going to bring out the die cutter and roll through that that tag to cut it. I end up cutting my tag upside down. You're not really going to notice. Nobody's really going to notice. But the photo paper, well, not upside down, but how I end up stitching it is upside down. I stitched it on the non-super white side. Again, it's not that serious. Nobody's going to notice that. Just the whites are a little different. Oh, I did the whole reinforcers in that orange to make those pop. It's the first time I've used those whole reinforcers, and I need to do that more with December Daily. All right, and the last thing, or the couple last things that's going to happen are I'm going to sew around that tag and put some stamps. I'm going to use that October circle stamp up above along with a few bats. The only thing that I didn't kind of bring over was I didn't have like phrase stickers or phrase stamps. And then my sizing was a little bit different than hers. Like I mentioned, my pocket could have been a little shorter, and which is no big deal. I need to clean the top of my sewing machine. It's awful dusty. It sits underneath my desk, like by my trash can. So that's probably why. But like I said, see, lots of sewing. And there's that wonky sewing. I think I was done. See how much that, but that's okay. It's the journaling card. It's not that serious. Like, it goes in the pocket. It adds character. I like, at one point, I think I like screamed at my sewing machine, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I do put some black and white twine on it. I just picked up red and white twine today. Picked up a few things. See, here I am. I'm like, oh, well, my whites are different. You can kind of tell it's not that serious. But picked up a few things from Hobby Lobby today. While I was in there getting some stuff for my photography sessions. Just a few, what did I picked up some foil, some red and white twine, and then some foil, red and green foil. I've never had that foil for my foil quill. I've always had just gold. I'm kind of excited for the red, and we'll see how we use the green. I should be more excited for the green. My album is green this year, so should be more excited for that, but. All right, stamping these bats. Realize, oh, well, that bat's a little bit too big for the spot. So use the littler one. I'm all about the bats for some reason lately. And then I was going to sit here and do the journaling card, and I was like, oh, you know what? I can't find that 5-star stamp, so we're getting rid of it. So, all right, guys. So thank you so much for sitting through this a little bit longer one. Let me know, for December daily, do you like them a little bit longer? I like longer videos myself when I watch YouTube. So I would love to know, like, where's your like perfect medium? Is it like a 20-ish minute video? December daily is a little bit more, like, they tend to be a little bit longer, just a little bit more, invasive, I guess. Not invasive, interactive, I guess, maybe I should say. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. And so, yeah, they tend to be a little bit longer than these October daily ones, but, let me know. I would love to know. All right. Talk to you guys soon. And up next, December daily.